All right, we back. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there. Stream crashed. Shit happened. But you know what? We pick up the pieces, we glue them back together like a nice candy bar. That didn't make much sense, but neither do we. So, yeah, we just over here. He's shredding, he doing his thing. This is how you dance to this. This message is brought to you by Nestle Pure Life. I don't like purified water, but I like spring water. This will work in a pickle. We're back here. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all that stuff that fucking YouTubers tell you to do. I'm not a YouTuber. That's not what I do. I fucking make music. That's what I do. So I'm depending on you, all the people that watch on YouTube, to do this shit for me. Okay? Can you do that? Thanks. Love you guys. I'll buy you a Big Mac. Or if you don't want a fucking Big Mac, I'll buy you a fucking taco from Taco Bell. Okay? That's all you're getting though.
Both of those restaurants are horrible and evil. You should not support them.
Taco Bell's great.
That's what they say, but I don't really mess with it.
You know, Taco Bell makes me full chub like Nick Chubb.
Oh, dear Lord. This man is obscene.
I'm a little out there, but they say that's what the folks like these days. Oh, that's a little obscene there.
Yeah.
This is a
my BWC.
That's the BWC, dude. That's a big white guitar. It's a guitar. See, you got it? A guitar. Oh my god, is that the sound that it makes? What? You got fucking lucky, dude. My shit just sounds like a dog stuck under a car. I'm like,
That's how I imagine dogs stuck under a car.
That sounds like me getting an erection. Yeah, that was the best one. That sounded I felt like that should be the beginning of an 80s movie when they're like drinking like beer with no name on it. And they're all like in a fucking cemetery and they're all about to die. That's how that yeah, dude. I just get drunk, dude. Fucking cemetery. Kicks over a headstone. And this fucking zombie comes up in the back. Fucking kills the kid. Dude, run! Schmitty Warben Jaegerman Jensen. I love SpongeBob, man. SpongeBob is tight, bro. I fuck with SpongeBob, man. I've always fucked with SpongeBob since day one. I'm an A1 day one. I'm an A1 day one when it comes to SpongeBob. You know he's asexual? That's why he never dates anybody. He's a sea sponge, and sea sponges are fucking asexual. And they wear full dress shirts with ties and shorts. And socks, shoes. They have friends. They love starfish. So their best friend naturally would be a starfish. This is National Geographic now. I thought I was in Bikini Bottom for a second there. I am not a Krusty Krab. Patrick, that's the name of the restaurant. Oh, fish paste. If you don't like SpongeBob, just turn the stream off. Like, I don't fuck with you anymore. Like, straight up. If you don't fuck with SpongeBob, I don't fuck with you.
That's not, and nobody should be tuning in. Those
No.
stay out of off our radar, off our grid.
True.
SpongeBob haters.
Facts. Yeah, SpongeBob haters, dude. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater on Bob, dude. It's my guy, Bob, bro. SpongeBoy Bob pants.
It really is.
Yup. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. I like when he's wiggling his butt. He's like wiggling his fucking butt. That's hilarious. Hit the solo. You gotta hit it. Hit the solo. Krusty Krab, pizza. It's the pizza, yeah, for you and me.
Yes.
That fuck, I fucked that up, but I don't care. I don't care.
In an assisted living center, and my coworker and I screamed that song. And the manager comes around the corner, and it's like,
What are you doing?
you all the way down the hallway.
That's sick. Did
It's like, yeah,
did like people run out of their fucking rooms like, what the fuck's happening?
maybe one. I don't know, probably.
Eleanor. That Eleanor.
Yeah,
Dolores is always running out of her room in a tizzy.
definitely taking care of multiple, like,
Eleanor's and Dolores. Agnes. How about an Agnes? There's always an No Agnes? No, Agnes.
That's a real old name.
Agnes Feitzhofer. That's from a Conan sketch. I'd love that. Well, she does. It's from a Conan sketch. It's what he named his American Girl doll.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, that's just
Well, he did a bit where he went to the American Girl doll like store or whatever and picked one off the wall. And yeah, no, I love Conan. Conan's my fucking guy. Conan O'Brien? Wow, dude. If you're watching this, Conan, she didn't mean it. I love you. Yeah, no. What about like an Edna? Have you ever taken care of an Edna? Okay. I'm trying to think of just nasty names. Gladys. Oh, well, I'm naming like old people names. Gladys! Agnes! Eleanor! 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 Dolores! Eleanor! And Dolores! Oh. That was the worst ever. I hope you all fucking tuned off. Yeah, no, please do that. If that's what I go viral for, that's what I fucking go viral for. I don't really care. At this point, I'm with it. That was like Buckethead. I love Buckethead. This guy with a white mask on and a fucking KFC bucket on his head. Dude shreds. In fucking insane. Shout out to Buckethead if you're watching the stream. I mean, you're not. You're living like seclusion.
Hell
Let's
no.
hear it. Oh, I guess not. Fuck it. Just delete it.
Let's hear Rough Mix.
Sucks.
Alright. Mute out the mics and play it.
I love you all. We'll be back.
happening in this world around me. All the beauty gets so astounding. Trying to keep the hatred from mounting. Always keep my boundaries like counties. What's the problem? Got time, start counting. Calm your nerves with this green, quit shouting. All that ego you keep on touting. Let spiritual enlightenment flow fountain. One with the mind and one with the soul. I found my divine and now it's a whole construction of time I don't know anymore. Cause I'm just on a ride of fulfilling my goals. I was confused, didn't know what to do. I was constantly drowning my sorrow with booze. So I made a move and went right to the roof. They calling me Jared Allen with the dudes. I make a different connection with all of my messages. Stacking the bar up until I start flexing it. I'm never stopping this dream till I get with it. You can keep all of your vibes if they negative. I ain't got time for that, just time to rap. Cause this is my kind of trap. It's always the same and you fine with that. You need a different direction, go find a map.
your love unfold. Ain't no use anymore. Wonder what is this for? I let my light shine. So I question all that I do. Question everything.
A few rough cuts of the EQs. And
You
we'll
think
see
about
which
it,
one comes
Lorenzo.
out the best.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, that's a rough
overall.
mix.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
That's,
I
like,
mean,
that's what you guys
Sexy
somewhere.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the foundation. These are the building blocks. You know, of something that's going to be really sick in the coming weeks. We can't wait to release this.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
You heard it here
Now-
first, folks. It's gonna be
You wanna hit
really
that, you wanna hit
good.
that final verse before we get out of here.
What are we gonna
we're gonna
do?
do an interview before I
Yeah, let's
do
get
that. We can
let's
do
let's
that
hear
off
more
stream,
about you.
because we got a lot of time in the
Yeah,
booth
for sure.
already. So
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, yeah. So while we're sitting here now, we got a rough mix.
you might want to sit closer to the mic, or
yeah, no doubt.
behind the mic at least.
Yeah, for sure. I'm too excited with my guitar, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself.
Please
Before we
do.
continue on. So my name is David. David Thomas Lee is my full name. I grew up out in the country, which was really cool. You should definitely grow up out in the country if you ever get the chance.
If
But,
given the opportunity.
Right, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It was a blessing to grow up out there because it was very peaceful. And I eventually ended up moving to Euclid, east side of Cleveland area for the past 5 or 6 years is where I've spent my time. And it's definitely a cool change up, but it also comes with a lot of craziness. You know what I'm saying? You hear about the east side
Facts.
of Cleveland, and you know, it's a character building experience, really. I've had my car hijacked and with my entire studio inside of it, stolen everything.
Bruh.
I've had to walk home and you know
What?
what I'm saying? Cops won't help you. You know what I'm saying? It's very crazy. It's a very real situation.
That's
and
fucking crazy,
when
bro.
you know it's tough, but like I said, it's a character building experience now. So now I've been out here by myself creating music for the past 5 years, all by myself.
So is that how you keep yourself so humble, just by saying it's like a character building experience?
Hell
Because like
yeah,
a lot of
dude,
people get real
everything.
fucking
People
real
go
all up in
nut-
their shit
people-
about that.
People go nuts over that shit, but you know what I'm saying? I walked home and I worked my ass off constantly.
Right.
I work day in and day out renovating houses, and I'm a hustler. I do gigs, I do shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman.
This dude is real deal, man. Like, come on now.
Yeah, no doubt. I consider myself to be quite real at times.
Right.
But also, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
Nobody's
there's been
perfect,
a lot
bro.
of downfalls in my life. I've
Ain't-
dealt with everything that you can imagine, from trauma to addiction, sexual abuse.
Ain't
everything,
nobody,
man.
ain't
Like,
nobody in this world perfect. And if they tell you that,
Mhm.
if
That's
I,
true. But
man, listen.
I like to, and also another thing about me is that I'm type 1 diabetic, right? So like
Wow.
I've come face to face with death many times in my life.
For sure.
It's a life-threatening disease, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people.
That's
It
crazy.
takes a lot of lives, unfortunately. So I'm completely dependent on insulin shots, syringes, day in and day out.
Right.
And
That's.
I've got a device on my arm that monitors my blood
See,
sugar.
I couldn't do that.
No, I've spent time in the hospital, man. I've been
Bruh.
dead on the floor. I've
I'm
been dead on the
scared of
street.
needles, bro.
I've
I
had to get
hate.
revived by paramedics.
Ugh.
I have to take needles every day, and it's an inspiring story, really, because I a lot of people would knock down, and they would say, well, I can't do this or that.
Right.
But I'm out here doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm very passionate
You
about
killing it. You're not just doing it. You killing it. You
Oh, thank
succeeding
you.
at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, y'all are doing it too, man. I'm proud of my people. I'm proud of Aaron and y'all for growing and doing the
Man.
thing. It's so cool and righteous to see. And speaking of righteous things, I'm gonna plug my new album that's gonna be coming out next month.
Facts.
Righteous with 3 eyes. It's 18 tracks long, all original.
Righteous.
I'm pretty hyped about it. It's gonna be some
Y'all
really
better be too.
wavy stuff, and I'm just excited, man, for all the new
Hell
music.
yeah,
I'm gonna be
bro.
doing collabs all winter, and like I said, we're gonna be doing this stuff. So it's a good time to be alive, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro, it really
it's a good
is.
time to be witnessing it and to be a part of it too, because the culture in Cleveland has become a lot more accepting of local artists. And
With
people.
all this political bullshit that's been going on this past year, and like all of this craziness that's been going on in the world. I mean, ever since like 2020 and COVID and shit,
Right, yeah.
like it's really just kind of stacked up and up and up, and like that's what music is for people like Invoke or people like
Right.
Aaron or myself or so many other people out there that have been on the show or are going to be on the show. And that's the importance of this platform that we've started. It's to give you that little bit of a break away from the shit. Like we can't take it away. I can't take the things that Donald Trump says away. I can't take the things Kamala Harris says away. I can't change the policies of this country or do anything like that. But what I can do, and what I think a lot of artists can do, is help you escape from that. This place that we're at.
Safe space.
Exactly. This is a safe space. This right here, this room is a safe space. This stream is a safe space. It's all, you know what I mean? We might bring it up, but at the end of the day, we're going to have a healthy debate about it. We're going to talk things out. We're not going to argue about things. We're going to be adults, and we're going to talk things out, and we're going to have healthy debates, because that's what helps people grow. And I think that having different artists in here and different people,
Different
just
genres.
all walks of life. Yeah, especially different genres.
No doubt.
You
I
have a
love that.
completely different outlook on your music than
Yeah,
I do.
right.
Or that Aaron does, or that Cliche did last week, or Big
Yeah,
Chief will
right.
have when
Yeah,
he's
that's-
on the
that's
show.
The cool thing about music to me is anybody can make it personal.
Right.
You know, anybody could just
And
do this shit.
it's like food. Like I always say, I think it's so cool that like each region of the country has like the same thing, and they all enjoy it a different way. Like you see, like, you know what I mean? Like you could even call like pasta in Italy rice in an Asian speaking country like that. So I think that music is like that, because you can come from any walk of life and you can make any kind of music, and just if you're a true artist, you'll respect that other person's shit even if you don't fuck with it, for real. Like I don't really like a whole lot of country, but there are so many country artists out there that I do respect, and I do like their shit. You know what I mean? And like it doesn't matter. You shred on the fucking guitar.
Somebody can make me
Like-
feel what they're feeling when they write a song.
That's what music's about, man.
Being
Like
able to transfer
for
You know
real.
what? Like
For real.
I know personally, I'm an introvert 90% of my life.
Amen.
And like when I get
I'm
into writing
becoming
a
one.
song, it helps me find that expression that I'm missing. It helps me find that connection with people that I
Right.
necessarily won't get physically. So like it's a glimpse into my soul, so to speak.
And it's a diary, bro. Like that's like my journal. Like my songs are like my journal. Like I do say a lot of fucking stupid shit. Like probably a fat bitch, you know, taking Ozempic and shit like that on microdose. Like, you know what I mean? But like this song right here, like I didn't swear in this song, like because I didn't want to, because this song is like, it's too beautiful to me. Like there's something special about this song, and the way that he's laying that down. Like, and when me
I
and
appreciate
Aaron,
you saying that for real, because earlier I was just talking about like how much I doubt that.
No,
what you
bro.
just said.
No,
Like,
no,
in my
no,
own
no,
music,
no.
I'm so full of doubt. Like people tell me my shit's sick all the time, but I'm also very.
I mean,
full
somebody
of
in
doubt.
the chat just said
Yeah.
one of the best guitarists and musicians I've ever met in my life.
Oh, see,
So
that's,
obviously
that's the
you
kind
need
of stuff
people
that like, blows
pay
my mind,
attention.
People
because
fuck
I
with
do.
you, dog.
I beat myself down constantly as an artist. I'm my harshest critic. You know what I mean? So,
Always.
like, but when I get on that guitar, I find my niche, and I'm sure I know it's the same for any
Yeah.
artist. You know, or when you get into that flow state, it's the most beautiful and perfect thing in the world. Also, check out that movie, Disney Pixar's Soul, because that's what that's kind of
Bad,
about.
bad.
Is because that's
The beauty of
You may have to
music.
pay for it, but I'm telling you, it's worth everything.
It's worth every penny. Hell yeah. But yeah, when
Thank
we
God
were
for that, you know.
when we were discussing what we were gonna make this song about, like Aaron was kind of just like talking about finding spiritual enlightenment and things like that, and like I talked about in the song, if you heard me say it, like I was drowning my sorrows with booze because I quit drinking. And like I'm finding this connection through music that really is like my salvation, if that's what you want to call it. I am a religious person and like I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ and shit like that. But I also understand that I'm not in a position to tell anybody that what they believe in their belief system is wrong. And music, you don't have to talk about that shit necessarily. You can just understand that like it's spiritual. Like music in itself is spiritual. Fucking Native Americans would like worship music back in the day. Like that was a very serious part of their life and culture.
Rhythm is seriously, it's part of the culture.
Really, like
the drums and
that's what's amazing. That's what's amazing about music
the
is
first,
like
the first
it weaves so deep in us as humans, bro. Like
facts.
So I don't know if it was discussed yet. What was it that got you into music? What got you to
for
pick
real.
up your first instrument?
Well,
said,
my dad played in a heavy metal band when I was younger in the 90s.
What was the name?
It's called Mindscape. M-I-N.
That's a sick name. I like that. I fuck with that.
But the name has since they've disbanded, and the name has now been taken over by a new band that's playing, and they're cool too.
What's the name of your dad's band?
Prisoner.
There you go. But yeah, so I grew up around guitars and in clubs, and my dad had his band practice in the basement. So shout out to Scott Lee for being awesome and
Facts,
dude. It's a family thing.
My dad was a keyboard player and the lead singer
I'll
of a
pass that-
rock
and-
band. So
And I pass that on to everybody I meet, dude. Like I just gave my dude Frank a guitar setup. You know, he just had a baby down in Florida, and I gave him a guitar because that's love, you know. And anytime I get to share, if I can pass my DAW onto somebody or some samples or some knowledge, I'm about it.
You giving a
Because it's
guitar out
beautiful
like
thing.
you giving a
music kept
sword
me-
out.
Music kept me alive, like, you know, in times where
in times when we
there
don't
was
have that
nothing else for
connection
me to
with
live
people,
for.
man, music is definitely
You
what
know?
keeps us tied to the
Yeah.
earth as artists.
Yeah,
man.
for sure, man. Like, if it wasn't for music, dude, like, I might be in a loony bin right now, for sure.
Right.
You know, if I didn't have that love.
Say that again for the motherfuckers in the back row, bro.
You know, man, that music, it's a savior from the insanity and the darkness within. It's a beautiful thing to worship music and to accept it into all parts of your life. Whistle while you work, man. Put it on to inspire you to do better, to go harder. Man, because that's what it's all about.
What the Seven Dwarfs say? Whistle while you work.
Hey, you know. Yeah,
So-
it's a beautiful thing.
I noticed that you have a very psychedelic, dream state sounding way that you like to make your music sound.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Facts.
What play did psychedelics have in your musical journey?
Really?
It's an interesting question. I was hoping to, you know what I mean? It's a good topic, really, the psychedelics, because they're so prominent in culture, especially pop culture with musicians, and it sparks a curiosity, you know.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants to do psychedelics, you know. It's a revolution, you know, microdose and do shrooms and take acid or whatever, DMT. You hear about Joe Rogan talking about, and it's all very powerful stuff, really. And I ended up getting involved with a lot of that. You know, in the country, there's not a whole lot else to do, and then in the city, there's like so much of it just flowing around. It becomes unavoidable. But I think the psychedelic experience is a valid one to have as an adult. After you've done your growing and you're ready to experience.
If you look
some
at
things.
every other culture except for American culture, there's some type of psychedelic experience that
it's a
pushes
Stone Age
people
theory.
into
It's a Stone Age
manhood.
theory. I agree with you. You know, psychedelics push the evolutionary gene or whatever it is in us.
The
to,
Native
like,
Americans would take boys that were becoming men out on a hunt, like they were
shaman
hunting for
journeys.
buffaloes, but they would be hunting for peyote buttons.
Right. Or
yeah.
even what they do now with that shit where they take those bees and they put them on the mitts, and then you got to put the mitts on, and they sting you. They like freeze the bees. They put them to sleep, and it's like a coming of age thing that this native tribe does, and they put these fucking like nasty fucking horn
ants,
or the
ants,
ants.
too.
That's what it is. It's the ants.
World's
They're
strongest
fucking
bite.
yeah. And you gotta like walk around with this shit on your hands, bro. And that will make you trip. Like they have like toxins in their body that are lightweight psychedelic as fuck, and just the pain is gonna take your mind to a different fucking.
But that little dude is gonna become the next warrior of the.
That's
village,
what I
the
mean,
leader,
bro. That
the
dude's
leader.
about to be fucking
I mean,
beating warthogs' asses.
You look at Elon Musk. You look at some of the great minds of our time, even that are out there doing psychedelics and promoting them, and it's an interesting topic to me because I also want the kids to understand out there that this shit is not a joke, you know. what
No,
I mean?
bro.
Like, you could easily
You will
go
break
crazy
yourself.
or die like doing this stuff. At a
You
young
will
age.
break
I feel
yourself.
like, see, that's the element that I think that America is missing is shamanism.
Yes, there needs to be
Because-
teachings.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, like
they
people
were,
need to know how to use
It
something before they
wasn't
use
just a kid taking a drug. It was a kid being taken through an experience to find where they were missing in their life or what
Correct.
that chemical was trying to teach them. Where we just, as Americans, we just consume and we lose our minds and have no idea what's going on. Sorry, my dog's at the door.
He's loving
crying.
it. He wants to be in the conversation too.
But he-
But no, for real, like I said, you were talking, and I kind of just like put in a little sequitur there. Fucking, it's not a drug to me. Like that shit's not a drug. It's a tool. Like you need to learn how to use the same way you use a trowel in your garden, or you use a whisk when you're beating eggs, bro. Like that's a
right.
tool for your mind and for your body to find things. Like there's been plenty of times where I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's going on, and somebody will be like, yo, you want these mushrooms? And I'll be like, sure.
Another part that we lack here is we use chemicals to escape instead of fully engulf ourselves
Right.
in what we need to be taught. by
That's
that
the
chemical.
problem.
You're right about that for sure. There's
That's
lack
the
of-
problem.
There's a severe lack of knowledge, and the fact that like we as a culture are living in escapism.
I even
From your
just admitted
TikTok
it.
to your booze and weed and whatever you use to escape.
Right.
People get so sucked into that, and you just have to take it easy sometimes and respect,
real,
respect
bro.
it as a tool.
You get
For real,
sucked
bro.
into escaping your feelings because we're so afraid to feel them.
Yeah. You push them down.
No,
You
that's real
use
shit.
substances to take you out of that experience. That's why it's an out of body experience, because you're not fucking worrying about the real shit that you got going on in life. But you got to learn to take that as a tool, and then what you've learned on that trip, now you go and apply it in your. It's like watching
It's
a
called
movie.
integration. Is
You
what
know?
they call that.
Yeah. Like actually.
It's the most important part to me, really. You know,
Right,
when
for
I was
sure.
doing it, like when I went to do those things that I did, I would say, what do I need to learn from this, or what should I have learned from this?
Right.
Or I say, what is this trying to teach me? Because it's always something.
It's always something. You can think that that's too deep and you just tripping, but you're not, bro.
Yeah.
And people usually mislabel a learning experience as a bad trip. Like I know that
That's
my
a big
most
part of it.
terrifying trips were the ones that taught me
The
most
most.
about myself. They,
Right.
They showed
Yeah.
me exactly what I was doing in my life that I needed to change. And
For real.
either I was too afraid to look at it and I called it a bad trip, or I looked at it and I fixed my life.
Right.
They're like a catalyst for change sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why it
Facts.
helps people who are dealing with addiction and
For real.
They're
PTSD
used to teach
and different
PTSD.
things.
PTSD seriously
immensely,
helps.
Or like fear of
Yeah,
death.
I'm diagnosed
Seriously.
with PTSD, man, and depression and anxiety. I've been diagnosed with all this stuff my whole life, terrible things, and was always shamed. But now I think there's a culture where we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And there's
For
a lot
real.
more
I think it
information
needs to
out
have.
there.
I think there needs to be an open dialect on things that the government has suppressed that people know shouldn't be suppressed.
Yeah, right.
As I
The
said,
shit comes
in
from the
right
ground,
element.
dog.
I don't think any drug should be illegal, personally.
No,
I think
I'm with
that
you.
Yeah, that's the tough part. is-
But that criminalizing drugs creates a black market. So it creates people with no experience
Right.
consuming things that they probably shouldn't in that point in their life.
Right.
Because they have no real guidance on how to do it the safe way.
Cause bro, we all been through DARE. We know what fucking meth will do if you smoke that shit. You're a fucking grown adult. I can't tell you what to do. You want to go fucking do that shit? Go do it. If you're dumb enough to smoke that meth, then fucking do it. I guess.
If you decide to make that decision, you,
For real.
you have to be able to take the
Deal with the
responsibility of
repercussions.
the repercussions that's going to come with it.
If I eat a handful of mushrooms like Mike Tyson did on Impulsive with Logan Paul, and then I start fucking licking the walls or I start freaking out, I can only be mad at myself for eating the damn mushrooms.
Yeah, right. No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Personal responsibility is a big,
For real,
is a big
taking
player.
accountability for that shit, bro.
Accountability and accountability goes a long way with every aspect of life, man.
Big
it doesn't
facts.
matter
True.
what you're doing in your life. If you don't take accountability for your actions, you're never gonna find why you're making those actions to begin with.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to NeoCap. If any of y'all out there have been to NeoCap, then you know what we're talking about: accountability and responsibility for your actions, the ripple effect, and how it bothers other people when you act out. That's
So
real.
I don't know how many questions you got wrong.
We gonna
But
go with.
What do you want? I'll
Why
freestyle
don't
from
you
whatever.
just
But wrap it
jam-
up.
Dude, just jam it out.
I'm
You
about to
pick
go
the
in.
song.
Any Jimi Hendrix track.
You pick,
If
yeah.
you want me to fucking play a Jimi Hendrix track, we're gonna have a problem.
Well, he got to play along with. You got to give him something tougher than that.
I think we just let him do his thing, man. I don't
feel
think
you.
he needs anything behind him. I think he got this.
Let's hear it.
I invoke with 3 eyes. And I'm about to play a little guitar.
Let's hit it. That's how you do it. That's all we get for free, bro. Come and
what?
see this man fucking tickle the ivories, bro. That's not even a piano.
Check out my music on all streaming platforms. Invoke with 3 eyes, and you're gonna find something that you like. I guarantee it. You know, I love to have fun
Go
on
ahead
the
and get
guitar.
behind the mic again.
I think that the guitar is a beautiful instrument, and I think it's fun to play. I think the best part about it is
I
that
feel
you
like the
can have
guitar is
fun
one of
with
those
it.
instruments that you really don't need words to
No,
still
it
feel what
speaks for
the
itself.
instrument.
You can make a guitar
Right.
talk. I
Speaks for
heard plenty of people
itself.
do that shit. You was
Yeah,
talking
no
to me,
doubt.
telling me
That's-
have sex.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun because it's it's a emotion inducing instrument. You know, you can use it to make people feel whatever. And
For
it's a super
real.
cool- it's a super cool thing because it helps in certain situations. It's like a guitar can like diffuse like a bad vibe, and like, you know,
For real,
a
though.
guitar could help you get through a really bad night just by, you know, strumming the strings and, you know, feeling the shit out.
Next time you
It's
get
a-
you
it's
see a
such a
bar
righteous
fight, just pull your
instrument.
guitar out and
I
just
swear,
ding 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 ding
sometimes
ding.
that's what I'm saying, dog.
That was so. That reminds me of Jack Black so hard.
Bro, if you don't, they're stopping. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? They're gonna be like, dude, you wanna have a beer?
Stop punching each other. Shades are flying.
I tell you what, Chico. You wanna just go have a beer? I don't even want to fight anymore, man. I just want to listen to this guy play this sexy ass guitar, dude.
So if you had any advice to give somebody that was looking to get into music, where would you tell them to start?
I tell them to get themselves either A, a guitar, or B, a drum kit, or C, some kind of studio software. Audacity is free.
Yes,
FL
it is.
Studio is a great program if you have a little bit of money to spend. And just dive into it. Figure out how to record first thing, which is the easiest part really. You just press the button and plug in a microphone. But once you mess with that a little bit, you're off. You know, you can do whatever you want with
It's
the
a
DAWs
process.
now. You know, the digital audio workstations and stuff. There's so much to do, and it's limitless. It's for everybody, and all you have
For
to do
real.
is get yourself an instrument and get to
And
it.
I know I didn't know a damn thing 2 years ago when I downloaded Studio One for the first time on
Right.
my shitty little laptop, and I just did
It's
it.
a process.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, the hardest part is just doing it. You know, a lot of people, oh, I want to do this, or, you know, I need to get into a studio. You can get yourself a studio at a pawn shop or a guitar center for $200 to $400. You know.
Right.
There's
So
people
starter-
selling used
Invest.
ones on Marketplace
Starter,
all the
right.
time, man. 'cause-
Invest
That's what I'm
in
saying.
yourself, man.
There's so many ways to invest in yourself as an artist, you know, whether it's little things, tambourines or shakers, stuff that you can take with you and have fun and you know, do the thing.
Invest in yourself. Never forget that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the biggest part of it, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's money, time, energy, or just
all
connecting with other people, or building relationships is an investment.
You
They
the
say it
only one
takes
stopping
10
your dreams.
They say it takes 10,000 hours of doing something to actually master it.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah,
100%.
I don't believe like there's certain things like the guitar you ain't mastering.
No.
This
I mean,
thing ain't meant to be mastered.
Nah.
just because you're good at something doesn't mean you can't learn something.
It's just meant to
gonna
be
make it
played.
better.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's more about just doing it and having fun with it than anything. Like I'll spend 6 hours trying to make a take perfect in my home studio, and that was an irritating job for me. Where in a random jam session I did last week, I busted out a 30-second guitar solo, and I still feel complete inside from that. You know, it's
a
such
great
Facts.
it's just there's so much to learn from the guitar, and it's such a beautiful experience. So yeah, do that.
That's awesome,
Hopefully
man.
more people play the guitar. After
Fuck
school.
yeah, dude. Go and learn how to play
If you
guitar.
can guitar battle, hit me up too, because like,
Play an oboe.
I'd like to
can't
see
find anybody
it.
that's as
I
good
would
as me.
100% like to see
You
that.
know?
Yeah, right.
Grab a clarinet.
There's nobody that can play as good as me. The closest person that like I know, I'm not gonna say there's nobody, right? Because like there's other people, and obviously like this session is not the best use or display of my skills as a whole. But the only other people that I say that can compare, you got like Dibby. Shout out to Brandon Dibben, Vince Roney and Lake Erie, and then fuck man, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so few guys. There's people that want to do the guitar thing, but it takes a lot.
It's not easy, bro.
You know, it's easy to learn, but hard to master. Oh,
So
shit, am
I
I
did
hitting one of my
say
tracks?
that I'm gonna play one of your tracks
no.
before we got
Do I
started.
have to rat?
I mean, you can do it right there, man. I'll just
Yeah.
leave that
I'll
Just
microphone
run this
on.
shit, bro.
I'll rap, dog. I got
Alright.
you.
Just
go
run
ahead.
this shit, dog.
You gotta turn that up for me. I can't hear none of it. Massive interaction between two different apparitions. Position, persistent tracks for wicked composition. I do pocket cashing, manic fashion from acid type of transactions. I'm asking the masses this little crucial question. Inevitably, are we destined for residency? Hell, kingdom of heaven, so we drift respect of studying. Eventually, might surrender gently for that Bentley. Will sell my soul, but my appeal is worth a pretty penny. Yo, invoke with no smoke, choking hands out the window like the stone flows, swishes, broken pillows. Toasting Dutchies while I lay back in the car with pillows, taking dose with ghosts and dealers, naked toast to all the real ones. So can you get with this and more shit that really hits? Like in 2016, that was a shit thing. Drowning them and serve like bro, come and hit this 16. I'm having big dreams, trying to drop like big things. hear it on all platforms.
That was some saucy ass shit, bro.
So, I think so.
That was sauced up, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. Destroying the studio in the process.
Aaron just broke his computer doing that.
Spilled sauce all over the keyboard.
There I am, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Barbecue sauce on my keyboard.
Barbecue sauce on my keyboard and in my underwear.
So, if you had any closing statements for people that support you, people getting to know you, what would you like to tell them, man?
Don't be a hater. Get yourself a check.
Yup.
Stay hydrated. Take care
Yup.
of your body and mind. And look into philosophy and learn about yourself. You know, psychology and all those things that teach us about the self and the universe around us. Because knowledge is power, man.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone,
Practice,
baby. KRS-One.
practice, and stay in tune. I think
Yes.
that's about all I got. I've been invoked with 3 eyes, and I want to thank AirMC for having me.
Absolutely,
Oh,
man.
we want
It
to
was a
thank you
pleasure
for
to have
coming
you.
in, man.
If you had to choose one
Breath
song
of fresh air.
for a closeout on this stream, what would you choose?
If anything, probably You'll Be Fine.
All right, let's run that. We'll get that queued up. Well, we thank you, Invoke, very much for being on the show today. Sorry there were some technical difficulties.
There were some
If you-
technical difficulties, but we made it work, man. And
Hey, man, like I say, one more thing. If you stumble, you make it part of the dance. And that's a philosophy that I live life by, you know what I mean?
Big facts,
You can
bro.
fall from anything, but it's about how you recover.
all right, I'm gonna pull this song up full screen,
And with that being said, my name is CMC,
and I'm Gingerbread.
and this has been Air It Out. I fucking love y'all. Peace.
Ooh, fun. Yikes. The leaky refrigerator coil card. Is